much. I appreciate it. I did try.
Count down, everybody. 10.
9.
I want to know that you can count. 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm here today in the last day of November just wearing a suit and pants and a shirt. And this rink would not be possible. You skating here would not be possible without the refrigerated system we have. This completes the third of 3 such rinks we put throughout St. Paul. And I think it's a really great opportunity to get out and enjoy winter and enjoy skating here in the city of St. Paul. You're going to hear from folks on stage. I want to point out way down at the end of the stage, Commissioner McDonough, who's got some familiarity with these systems with our work out at Phelan. We also have a system in place at Northdale, and we have a system we put up and down at Wells Fargo Winter Skate in downtown St. Paul. What we're doing and why this is so important here in St. Paul is we're striving for quality services instead of quantity. It does us no good if we have these skating rinks up all over town and the weather doesn't cooperate and people can't use them. So what we're doing here tonight is we have a great product. I see a lot of people in front of us that are going to have a great time. So please enjoy using this rink today and into the future. I'm going to turn it over to the council member from this area, Dave Thune, who without his support, this rink would not have been possible. So thank you, Dave. Councilmember Thune.
Thank you, Mike. Well, out here in West 7th Street, we really love our parks and our rec centers, and unfortunately for the last, maybe 5 years, we really haven't had any ice we can skate on. So it's just a pile of mush out there. This is kind of the start of a whole rejuvenated Palace rec area. We're going to be seeing in the next couple of years a brand new rec center. But right now, we've got the beginnings, we're actually started now, getting the sheet of ice that we can skate on for a long season. And it's going to be for league play, for pickup games, but also for free skate for kids, for adults. And I want to thank you, Mike, and also Bob Hirscheid, who was here, your predecessor, who worked so hard at it. And especially the person I'm going to introduce next, the Mayor of St. Paul, Chris Coleman.
Thanks, everyone. Okay, I'll try to make this story a quick one because it's kind of how these rinks came to be. About 10 years ago, I was down having dinner at Mancini's next to Herbie Brooks. And it was kind of the thrill of my lifetime to be able to sit and talk with Herb. But all through the dinner, he was complaining, as Herb was wont to do, he was complaining that kids just don't go out and skate anymore, that there's never any kind of unstructured ice time. Kids just don't go out and become rink rats. They don't just skate. They always get in. If they're on a team, they go, they rent ice time, a few times a week. They stand in line, they take their shots, and then they go back to the back of the line. But they don't just get out and skate like they should, like we all did when we were growing up. So out of that dinner came a vision that I had that I was able to enact when I became mayor 4 years ago. And I said, we're going to have at least 3 of these rinks. We're going to do it, and we're going to do them right. And we're going to get kids just skating and having fun again back in the city of St. Paul. So we started building these rinks, and Bob Bierscheid, Mike's predecessor, kept on saying, now we only have to do 1 of these, right? And I said, nope, we need 3 of them. And the final one is finally ready to be open after a lot of discussion, a lot of planning, and we're really excited about it. This is about not just kids having fun, it's about them growing up, learning how to play team sports. Goldy, behave yourself. Goldy. I'll make you get off the stage if you don't behave now. But there were a lot of folks that were involved in this. Jim McDonough was one of them, did an incredible job. But this is about kids growing up playing hockey, hopefully playing on a U.S. national team. And I just found out that Natalie actually skated here when she was a kid, that her parents grew up down in West 7th Street neighborhood. And so we got a lot of history here. It's pretty exciting. We got Gigi Marvin, who comes from a storied hockey family up in northern Minnesota. And we have Molly Engstrom, who is from just east of Hinckley, actually in Siren, Wisconsin, also part of the national team. So we're really excited to have them, and you're all going to go out and skate with us, right? All right, so kids, now the only thing I will say before I turn this over to Natalie is Danny Bolin. Where is Danny Bolin? Where are you? He's hiding back there somewhere. Danny Bolin, the only problem with this rink is, up until now, Danny Bolin has always had the best backyard rink in the neighborhood. Today, Danny, I'm sorry you got to turn over your crown. We got the best rink now in the neighborhood. Thank you. Now I'm going to turn over to Natalie.
Like Mayor said, my family grew up here, so I grew up skating at the rinks up here at Palace. I actually have some of my family out here today. I want to introduce my grandma. My mom, right behind her, then I got my Uncle Steve, who I challenge anybody to a game of hockey with him. He has the greatest hands I've ever seen. And then my grandpa, who always walks around the city of St. Paul over here. So this is great to be back in a place where I grew up. So it brings back a lot of great memories, and I'm excited to get out on the refrigerated rink. Like the mayor said, I wish I and my teammates had an opportunity to come out here when it was 50 degrees and to be able to play some pickup hockey. So I encourage you guys to get out here, work on your shot, your stick handling, and just your all-out dangles, because that's kind of where we developed our hockey sense from, and where we got to where we are today is going on the rinks and just playing a couple games of pickup hockey and having our toes get frostbitten and whatnot. So thank you guys for having us out. We'll be out skating with you guys. But before we do that, we want to show a gift we got to the mayor, if Molly wants to grab it, and Goldy and Gigi. USA hockey jersey we want to present to Mayor Coleman. Hopefully he can support that today and do off the Vancouver Olympics in support of our hockey team.
Way better than the Finn team.
My tax money. Is it true? What's it?
It fits like a glove. Looks great. Thank you guys very much. We'll be signing autographs and skating around, and Molly wants to be challenged to a little pickup game too. So we'll be ready to get out. We don't have shin pads on, so be careful.
Commissioner, can I get you to say a few words about your experience with these things?
Couple things. I've been involved in hockey on the east side and in the city of St. Paul in the state of Minnesota for a long, long time, and there have been years when it's been difficult for us to skate at Christmas. In fact, about 5 years ago, and a lot of you kids out here have skated in our white jamboree over at Phelan. We actually had to cancel the jamboree in the middle of January because we did not have ice, and that will never ever happen again because of the leadership of Mayor Coleman, the support of Parks and Rec, and the City Council. We will never ever have to cancel that. No more will kids have to call out to the rec center and say, do we have ice? Because you'll know you got ice. You can just show up and you can get out there and skate. So thanks for the support at the city, and I know this rink is going to be used tremendously every single night and all weekend long. Extremely happy about that. Thanks.
Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. We have one last order of business before we use the rink. I think we have a big giant scissors on stage, and if I can talk everybody on stage here to follow us down the stairs up to the